All right, all right, all right. It's the week of the big game, and we're here back again, once again, with a promo code as always. Promo code is Money3, MONEY3. You can use that code on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook. When you use the code Money3, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. Let's get to it.
Okay. We're here. We're back. And it's the Super Bowl. We're here for the funeral of football.
Whoa. Why would you
Damn.
say that?
That's essentially what it is.
Don't.
We are celebrating.
Such a morbid way to describe what's going on.
We are celebrating the season that football has given us by mourning this last game, by celebrating. Mourning by celebration.
Celebration of life.
People grieve in different ways.
Yeah. So we're all going to get hammered and eat a bunch of food. So
And win some money.
and win a lot of money. But yeah, we're here with the Super Bowl. Last week was not quite very much excited, but now I'm pretty excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
This
be
is Christmas Day.
This
of
is it.
betting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Yeah, I guess we'll get into it. If you're not already, if you're listening to this and you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe, hit like, comment, tell us we're idiots, do something. Interacting with this in any way possible really helps us out. Yeah. All right, well, let's get into the game. It's Chiefs playing the Eagles.
Yeah.
Both 1 seeds. Both had a bye week
Mm-hmm.
and another bye week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chiefs are dogs by 2.5. Eagles are favored by 2.5. These lines are brought to you by the Action 24/7 Sportsbook. All of these lines that we're going to talk about. Let's. I'm going to send it to Chris for his first thoughts on this matchup before we get into props. We're
What
gonna
do
talk
you,
about
what
props
do you
later.
want me to, like, who's going to win?
Yeah, who's
Okay.
going to win?
I'm taking the Chiefs.
To win?
Yeah.
Taking a money line?
Yep. Also, if you want them 2.5, pretty sure Action is the only place you can still get them at 2.5.
Oh.
I've looked at all the other ones. Most of them still have 1.5. I mean, it's a full point.
These
Yeah.
guys get paid to play too.
They're a very good football team. But I don't need those points because I'm just gonna take money line. I just feel like if you have a plus sign next to Patrick Mahomes, you take it. Simple as that. I know the Eagles; they are the better all-around team, but I just something about everyone being on the Eagles makes me nervous. The old saying, "There's a reason those buildings in Vegas are so shiny." So I'm taking the Chiefs. I think they have what it takes to beat them. So I'm also taking the over. Love it. It's very high, 51, very high,
Very
especially
high.
for a Super Bowl.
Yes.
But it's the Super Bowl. It's points,
Mhm.
or it's the big game, however we're saying it. How can
Yeah,
you not?
I still don't know the legality on that.
I don't either.
I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Okay.
It's
Not only, it's just like I usually take the over in the Super Bowl regardless because it's fun, but I legitimately think it will hit just because two great offenses.
Mhm.
So those are my two main bets before we get into props. So, Will, what are you taking?
so I am also going to take the Chiefs.
Let's go.
I-
All right.
I will be taking plus 2.5 for 2 units and then throwing 1 unit on the money line.
That's smart.
Just a safety measure. And I do normally bet more on the Super Bowl than just a regular NFL game. So
I might do that too, actually. That's pretty smart.
yeah, this is kind of like, I guess, more of a safety
Yeah.
type thing, but
Mhm.
that's what I'm rolling with. Literally, like, everyone other than Chris that I know is taking the Eagles, with exception of my girlfriend's family.
They're
They're-
from
They're
the
from
area.
their area. So that's kind of it. Like, it's honestly, if you look at these past Super Bowls, it's most of the time it's not the team that beats the shit out of everyone that wins throughout the season. If you take a look at it from like a big picture standpoint, it's never the team that just destroys anyone. Like, I mean, the
I'm
Super
trying to
Bowl.
remember the Rams last year because they were
Listen, the Rams had a great roster,
like a super team almost. So
Yeah.
you can kind of throw that out.
but Matthew Stafford, I don't think he went a game without throwing an interception.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end, people were like, because there was that stretch in the middle of the season where he was elite. People were like, "Holy, is this guy like Hall of Famer?" And then towards the end, and especially in the playoffs too, he was like, "Oh,
There he is.
Yeah.
they're the Lions are in him."
So they
Like, that's deep in his soul.
weren't the perfect team, but they were
They were
that team. They were
About
great.
as close to perfect as you can get.
Yeah. And everyone wanted Joe Burrow to win. Everyone was
I
well,
did not.
but
Most of America did.
yes. That was the public's pick
Mhm.
because that team was scrappy and they ended up going to the Super Bowl, and a lot of the teams that they played shot themselves in the foot on the run that they made. Like, Titans threw 3 interceptions, Mahomes threw that back-breaking interception.
They blew that. Didn't they have like a what was that lead? The Chiefs had a pretty big halftime lead. I'm pretty sure, like 17 to like 3 or 10,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, these teams blew it.
Mhm.
I think that Raiders game that they played in the wild card
I don't
round,
really remember that much of that game. I don't think I really watched a lot. I remember the ending was weird, but I don't
the
remember
ending,
anything.
the
about
ending
it.
was weird. I think the Raiders like threw that one away, and then like the year before, the Bucks were a great team, but that year Mahomes just went completely off,
Mhm.
and their team was so good, and everyone was on the Chiefs, and I went the
I
Bucks.
was on the Bucks as well. You talked me into that one.
Yeah.
Because you were like, it's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, sometimes it's that simple.
Year before that, it was
I don't remember.
the Chiefs again
Was that Chiefs
and the Niners.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Chiefs and
They all
Niners.
kind of run together. After the last two, they all kind of run together.
That one, everyone was on the Niners because their defense was so good, and it was the Niners have the team, and Jimmy G just does what he needs to do to win games.
I don't remember what I bet in that game.
You bet the Niners.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I remember.
I remember
you
being
left
mad.
early.
I remember being mad.
You left early.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You left her?
I think with like once it was like over, it wasn't like all right, fourth quarter, I'll see you.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh,
the game was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, this is the team. This is also like, I also make my Super Bowl picks based on like, what's the bigger storyline? Is the bigger storyline Jalen Hurts and the Eagles just being the better team and winning after being boat raced in the playoffs last year? Or is this a legacy game for Patrick Mahomes?
I think it's,
Does he win too? And that's the bigger story, and I'm going with the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm also taking the over.
let's go.
And you know what? If it doesn't hit, I'm not too mad.
I don't care.
Yeah. Historically, the over does not hit in the Super Bowl.
I usually just like I put it in. I'm like, all right, that's lost. I don't care. I just want to have fun.
It's almost like it's a sacrifice to the gambling
Mhm.
gods for a good card,
Yes.
a good winning card. So yeah, that is my take. That is what I'm going with. Yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes can even do this on one leg.
I've heard he's like damn near 100%. That's the reports I've been seeing.
I haven't really been looking too much into that, but it's just like everyone I know is on the Eagles.
Mhm.
And like every like sports show I listen to, or every podcast, or like the Eagles are the team. They're just top to bottom better. And even I said that earlier in the season, like a week or two ago, that the Chiefs don't have a roster to win the Super
Mhm.
Bowl. I said that, but they're gonna win, and that's my pick.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my pick. Sean, what do you think?
Uh-oh.
I wish you hadn't have gone into so much detail
wish
about
you-
why
yeah, you
I'm
should've gone
about to be
first.
wrong.
Sorry.
But I am going with the Eagles. I said last week I do not want the Eagles, or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I said I do not want the Eagles to be in the Super Bowl, but I just know they're I have a feeling deep down inside of me that they are going to ultimately come out on top in this game simply because I do not want them to.
That's fair.
And
That's
I'm
an
not
excellent
That's a
point.
fair feeling.
I'm not letting sports radio and ESPN and the big guys like get into my head really about this pick. It's just a gut feeling of I do not want this to happen, but it's going to happen. So I will be taking Eagles minus
Because-
2.5
yeah.
here. Do y'all understand?
No,
I
I
understand
100% get that.
100%.
So
I respect it.
it's a gut pick. And if I can make some money off my misery, I'm gonna do it.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's-
I'm gonna do it.
I don't
Sorry.
blame you.
But yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. I'm also on the over.
There
Let's
we
go.
go.
Over 51.
Let's go.
I love this over, actually. I know the overs, like you said, historically do not hit in the Super Bowl, but I feel like this one could cruise. I really do feel like this one could just go every single drive, just points. And
I mean, I would love that.
I am
Mhm.
so excited for this matchup. I'm more excited for this matchup than I have been in recent years, to be honest.
Recent Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to think the last one I was like this excited for. Might have been Eagles Patriots, honestly.
Yeah. Another Eagles.
I was
Yeah.
I was excited
Different
for
Eagles team. but
Chiefs Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, I mean, I was excited for it, but I was also like, it was Mahomes 2 years, back-to-back years, and then just Brady again.
Mhm.
So it was like, yes, Brady with a different team, so that was cool. But it was like, I've seen this before.
And it's not like Chris and I were talking about this a couple days ago, where last year's Super Bowl felt off.
It felt weird.
It felt off.
It did feel a little bit weird.
This one feels like right.
These are the two best teams.
Yes. It
Like-
feels like
Mhm.
I don't know when. If you would have told somebody back in like 2006, it's like, hey, in 2022, the Bengals are going to face the Rams in the Super Bowl. They'd be like, get out of here. Get out of here. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're crazy, man.
Oh,
You're
Marvin
crazy.
Lewis finally won a playoff?
Yeah.
See,
But that's why last year felt odd to me. And these are the two best teams. I'm very excited for it. I think this over is going to cruise. Those are my thoughts. Gut feelings only. Gut feelings only.
I get that though. It's something where it's like I don't like. It would almost crush me if this happened.
Yeah.
From a fandom's standpoint, and like, when is the last time something good has happened to me as a fan of
Never.
football or sport in general?
Never.
Never. So like, why would it start now?
Yeah.
I get that.
But I would like to say that you two boys made very excellent points about the Chiefs. I do agree with everything that you said.
Mhm.
I just have to go with my gut on this one.
That's fair.
I get that too. Damn it.
And another point that I have with making money off your misery about really kind of like this matchup is I'm kind of a loser anyway that this goes. And I'll tell you why. Well, one,
I'm a loser anyway.
well, I'll tell
It's
you
just
why.
funny that sentence.
Let me elaborate. So if the Eagles win, I will be very sad. The only Titans jersey I've ever had is my AJ Brown jersey. that I got for Christmas that I wore for like 1 year, and that was kind of rough.
You should get to wear your AJ jersey.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's nice, but so it would make me really sad if the Eagles won. And then on the other side, my girl's family treats me like a second-class citizen because I am a Titans fan. They are, they're very entitled. They're very entitled NFL Chiefs fans.
Must be nice.
Yes, Chris?
Let's not act like the Chiefs are some dynasty. They were ass for a lot. Before Andy Reid, they were pretty terrible.
Listen, these are facts both of us know. These are facts all of us know. But they are they treat me like a second-class citizen. Like when I went to Arrowhead to watch the Titans play the Chiefs with her family, like we were also at a wedding that weekend, and her whole family was just like, "Oh, you're going to the game? Oh, that'll be so much fun." And then
If it's one thing I hate in this world, it's when people like patronize me like
Yeah.
that.
And I'm just like, yeah, it's going to be fun. And it was fun for half of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was an okay game.
Yeah. And so I don't want to see them win another Super Bowl. But I'm going to be making money off my misery.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do what you got to do.
I got to do what I got to do.
And that's just the point at where we're at
Mm-hmm.
in life.
I just wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all.
Yeah,
And the
get it.
folks at home.
Chris, do you have
I was just looking up Chiefs records before Andy Reid got there, and I mean they're dog shit. Well, Andy Reid got there in 2013, right?
I believe so.
Year before that, they were 2-14. Year before that, 7-9. Year before that, 10-6, lost in the wild card round. Year before that, 4-12, 2-14, 4-12, 9-7, lost in the wild card round.
What's funny?
So it's like
What's funny is I think the Titans beat the Chiefs in Week 1 of Andy Reid's first year as head coach, and that's like the year the Titans went 2-14.
that was Wisenhunt's second year,
Yeah.
right? I think you're right.
I remember watching that game like Week 1, being like, "Hey,
It was the same thing the year before when the Titans went whatever, a lot
Yeah.
to a little,
yeah,
and they beat the hell out of the Bucks in Mariota and Wisenhunt's first
yeah,
games.
yeah,
And we're like, hey,
yeah."
we have a
because
dynasty here.
Mariota was facing Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like, hey,
It's like, hey,
good team. And then we won like one or two more games the rest of the season. Fucking Wisenhunt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
let's not dwell on the past.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just as soon as they got Mahomes and as soon as he won MVP, it's just like, we're better.
Must be nice.
They're like, we are better. All the
Have God's gift of football just land in your lap. That
Yeah.
must be nice.
Because the Bears are cowards.
And other teams, but mainly the
Yeah.
Bears.
I wouldn't say they're cowards. I would say they're idiots.
Yeah.
Let,
I don't know.
let's-
It took some real balls to draft
yeah.
Mitch Trubisky second
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, I think that's more balls than cowards.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot more balls than brains. I'll
Yeah.
say.
That's good.
All right, I am dying to get to props.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was gonna end it there
Okay.
to move on to props. Who wants to go? Do you want to go since you're dying?
Go through
Yeah.
all of them or like your best one?
Let's do like 2 or 3 props that maybe you have a longer explanation for, and then we can like do that and then list them off.
All right. I'm going to go first. I'm going to try my hardest to get this to be an action boost for you guys so you can bet alongside with me. It's a parlay, player parlay, specifically one player. Hopefully I can get this up just because there are certain things that are in this parlay that you cannot add yourself to the single game parlay option on the sportsbook. So here we go. Jalen Hurts, under 244.5 passing yards. Jalen Hurts, over 10.5 rushing attempts. Jalen Hurts, over 49.5 rushing yards. And Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown scorer. I love this. I use the same method that I use to make my hockey picks with, that has been kind of proven to be airtight. Safety net Sean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I'm just going to go balls to the wall, just parlay all these picks. I will probably also take these just straight up as well. But yes, I'm going to parlay all these options and get it up on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook if we can. I love the under passing yards in this.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't throw a lot. He does throw.
Doesn't like throw deep a whole
He doesn't
lot.
throw deep, but I really love the rushing attempts and the yards on this. Both overs. This dude's going to run. It's what he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he does. And anytime touchdown scorer, he does this every game.
Mm-hmm.
This is easy. Okay. Chris, do you want to go? Do you want to do a little?
I mean, I don't have a fancy parlay like
That's
you.
fine.
But I will be. I don't have it written down. I will be taking Jalen anytime touchdown because that's just what he does. My favorite one that I have, Isaiah Pacheco, over 15.5 receiving yards. He's a very good pass catching back. They're beaten up at receiver. Kelsey can't do everything, so
Yep.
I think Pacheco over 15.5 receiving yards. He could get that in one play. Like 16 yards isn't a lot.
Yeah.
He probably won't, but just one screen could go for 16 yards easily. And mentioned Kelsey. I was going to take his receptions over, but it's 6.5 at minus like 150. That's a little too juicy for my liking. I'm going to take over 77.5 receiving yards. It's a little steep, but I could see him getting 100, if I'm being perfectly honest. He's going to be, with a healthy Chiefs receiving core, he's the number one receiver.
Yeah.
And especially now with a beat-up one, their defense is probably going to be focusing in on him, but you can't just put everybody on a tight end.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get burned. So, over 77.5 receiving yards, I think that's, like I said, a little steep. But this is one, it's either going to be really close or he's going to have it in the third quarter. There's not really an in-between. So, those are my two favorite props. Also, just throw another one out there, over 3.5 field goals.
Ooh. Like it.
That's
Yeah.
on my card.
I think it was at plus money. Don't quote me on that.
I think it was. I think it was like
Low
+105.
plus, yeah. So, ball travels further at night. That's just a fact.
Yeah, that's just true.
That's not.
Science.
That's just not old Chris talking. That's science. And they're inside. So
Our little friend Science peeks his head in again.
over 3.5 field goals. Those are my three favorite props that I have.
Okay. I guess I'll go. So, my three favorite props. I got Patrick Mahomes, MVP, plus 115.
That felt a little too. Yes, that felt too easy.
If the Chiefs win, it's going to be because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Like it's too easy because it's smart.
Yeah. And so that it's just as simple as that for that one. I got Hurts over 20.5 completions. I think that this Chiefs secondary is kind of ass, and he could throw the ball a lot. I didn't do much of a deep dive on your Hurts props as much as I did, but I also love Dallas Goedert over 48.5 receiving yards, and this is why, because the Chiefs over the season have allowed the 5th most receiving yards from tight ends.
Interesting.
And those are probably my three favorite props that aren't like too silly. But yeah, those are my three favorites, I guess.
I like them.
Yeah, I like him too.
Cool. Well, I guess let's speed through the rest of the props that we got. I guess I'll go first. Other props, I like the over in Hurts passing. I think that the Chiefs secondary is not good, and that's really it. I think this is going to be like we all said, we're betting the over. I think points are going to be scored. And then I have largest lead of the game, under 14 and a half.
I like that.
I thought about taking that one.
This is the Super Bowl. This is the big game. Everyone's going to be on their toes. No one's going to get out to like a 20-point lead. That is just something you don't typically see in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So under 14 and a half. Total field goals over 3.5. Jersey number of the last touchdown scored under 11 and a half. Now for this is AJ Brown. This is Devontae Smith. This is Pacheco. This is Smith-Schuster.
Jalen Hurts.
And Jalen Hurts. The only really
The big hitters.
Yeah.
yeah.
Other than Kelsey.
Yeah. So I like that one. Then total punts over 7.5.
I thought about it. It made me nervous. That's a lot of punts.
It is a lot of punts, and I am kind of like there's no real correlation between any of these props.
I was gonna say over 51 and 7.5 punts.
Mhm.
Doesn't really.
Yeah, well, this.
Hoping for some punt returns there.
Yeah. Listen, I'm covering all bases here.
I get it.
This is Christmas. This is the
I get
Super
it.
Bowl. And this way, every single possession and drive matter. And that's
Yeah.
That's true.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right, Chris, what are the rest of your props?
All right. So all the other ones I've said were, that I said before, full unit plays. Last full unit prop, over 1.5 total picks for the game. It has hit in 7 of the last 9 Super Bowls.
Ooh.
I'm pretty excited for that. I just think, I don't know. Mahomes has been too good for too long. I don't think he's thrown an interception in his last 3 or 4 games. He's due for one. I could see Jalen first Super Bowl getting a little antsy, try to force one. Boom, 2. Pretty sure that's plus money. Don't quote me. The rest of mine, these are all half unit. Going into Sean's mentality of it would make me sad, so I'm going to bet it. AJ Brown, anytime touchdown score, plus 132. Just
Yep.
because of that. Highest scoring quarter, second quarter, plus 210. Eagles, well documented, highest scoring quarter or highest scoring second quarter team. That made sense, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. In the league by a large margin. Third in the league is the Chiefs. So highest scoring quarter would be the second quarter plus 210. I feel like that's easy. This is my parlay that I have. I feel like it's kind of an easy one, but it's good money. Kelsey and Miles Sanders, anytime touchdown parlay, plus 350.
There we go.
I have like 2 best touchdown scorers on the team.
Yeah.
Maybe for the Eagles. Don't quote me on that either. Then we're going to get a little weird with these last 2. I like it. Noah Gray, anytime touchdown, plus 495.
Okay.
Why not?
Who's that?
Backup tight end for the Chiefs.
All right.
It's going to be one where you think it's Kelsey, but it's not. Because they're big white guys, and they both wear 80 numbers. He's 84, I believe.
Yeah. There is always like every
There's
year like
one weird one.
like the first touchdown is like
I thought about taking him plus,
Well,
or first touchdown at plus like 2,000 or something like that. But I was like, a little too steep, a little too rich for my blood.
I just feel like it's kind of like that with every NFL game, too.
Like yeah,
the
you'll
first
get
touchdown scorer will be like you're like, who?
I wish the 49ers were in this because I would be putting a probably double unit on use check anytime touchdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be plus like 400.
Because it'd probably be some awesome trick play.
Yeah.
You know, like that they just pulled out for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Damn. That
Noah
makes me
Gray,
sad.
anytime touchdown plus 495.
Okay.
And then one more weird one. This one I don't really think is that weird. I was surprised it was this high. Boston Scott, anytime touchdown, plus 580.
Well, Gainwell's kind of been their
I
guy,
know, but like goal line,
especially in the playoffs.
goal
Gainwell's-
line though.
Yeah.
I feel like Boston Scott's a power guy.
Well, if it's goal line, you don't think it'd be Hurts?
Maybe they're
You
like,
got
hey,
that
let's
too,
try to.
so.
Yeah, I'm taking Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. I don't know what the number is. I think it's minus actually, but
I think it's +1.
somebody was
Or
minus.
or
I
something.
can't remember who it
Yeah.
was. It might have been. It might have been Kelsey. I think that's why I parlayed it. But yeah, nothing really super fun, like anything weird. I'm just keeping it, except those last two. Just keep
Keeping
it.
it simple.
Yeah.
Keeping it high and tight.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I try to get too cute, it's when I just lose a bunch of money. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, this was fun, but I've lost so much money. But honestly, I like it. What if just all these hit?
That'd be awesome.
That would be bananas. I'm surprised highest scoring quarter, second quarter was plus 210, honestly.
Isn't that the
Second quarter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Highest scoring quarter to be the second quarter plus 210.
I mean, that's pretty deep in the numbies, I feel like. But
I mean, that's what I said earlier.
I know.
Okay. I like it. That's probably one of my favorites, honestly. It was plus 210, so I'm pretty confident. But yeah, Sean, what you got?
All right. Another one because, why not? Misery. Making profit off of misery. A.J. Brown, over 26.5 yards for his longest reception. Patrick Mahomes, over 0.5 interceptions. I don't know how to. Does that sound right?
Over half.
Over
To
half.
throw an interception.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes throwing an interception. Like you said, I think he's due.
Mm-hmm.
I've crunched the numbers on this. All these player props are based off the same.
Well, my model
By
is
my model.
he's going to throw an interception.
I've created the algorithm, guys. The supercomputer has crunched all these numbers, and it is called my brain. Okay. Now we're starting to get into some Patty territory here. Patrick Mahomes over 38.5 pass attempts. I chose this specifically because I am thinking the Eagles are going to win. So they're going to need to throw the ball fourth quarter a lot to march down the field.
Even if they win this game, it's because he throws the shit out of the ball.
Yeah. I really like this one. I think it's one of those where it's like a pick 'em, like minus 110 either side.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like this one. And then I have Patrick Mahomes over 25.5 pass completions. If you take his attempts, you might as well take his completions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just free money. And then I've got Devontae Smith, first touchdown scorer.
I like that.
First touchdown scorer. I
guess
hit
also
the
like
first
that.
touchdown
Yeah.
scorer last year in the Super Bowl with the Odell. It was my biggest win.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
It's amazing. I've never felt a rush like that in my life. So I'm going 2 for 2 first touchdown scorers back to back in the Super Bowl. Count on it. And now I've got the longest touchdown scored to be over 39.5 yards.
I thought about that too.
That's just like your hope. I chose this because you want
fun.
one good play, like
Mhm.
one like really awesome play for the record books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a
Would that
70-yard run, I don't care how it happens.
Would that
I want something
count
cool to happen.
if it's like a punt or a kick return?
I would hope so,
I would too. I don't know the
but
science.
I don't
behind
know the T's and C's on
Yeah, I don't
on
either.
that. That's something to look
You'd
into,
think
I
because
guess.
like when they say kick return, it's 100 whatever,
Yeah.
178-yard punt return.
Yeah,
So you'd
for
think,
a touchdown.
yeah,
so.
you'd think,
I would assume yes.
yeah,
I would assume if someone punt returns or kick returns it for a touchdown, that would be a win.
you'd
Mhm.
think, yeah,
Given the yardage.
Yeah.
And then for my last one, I've got Jalen Hurts MVP.
Oh,
That's
like,
fair.
Like Will said, he's going for the Chiefs. I'm going for the Eagles. This is a very quarterback award.
hmm
Either way, I
Mhm.
mean, AJ Brown could have 200 yards, but let's face it, this is a quarterback award.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the MVP award. It's a quarterback award.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take the side that you're taking. You know, you got to take the player that you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually looked up if any, because I thought about just Travis Kelce MVP looked really tempting,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's fun.
yeah.
But there's not many tight ends that have won this award, and also there are not many.
Has there been any?
I don't
Maybe
know.
like back in the. Well, I
Maybe.
guess they didn't have the Super Bowl. I was gonna say back in the '40s, but they didn't have the Super Bowl back then.
But there's also only been one player in the history of the NFL to win the MVP that lost.
Who was that?
I think his name is Chuck Huntley. He played for the Cowboys.
That was like in the '80s.
He was a linebacker.
A
Interesting.
linebacker won
Yeah.
MVP.
Look that up, Chris.
Hold on, I'm adding something to my card. Adding a fun one.
Okay. A live one?
Yeah, sure. Live on the show.
Live on the show.
Chuck Howley.
Howley.
Close. It was Cowboys, 1961. Wait,
Yep.
hold up. 1970. No, shit. Someone just give me the year. I'm just
Well,
skimming this article,
yeah.
and it's not.
He's the only one that's won it without
Yes, good.
winning the
Wikipedia.
Super Bowl, and it's because every other player respected the hell out of him.
As a football guy.
Moral of the story is Jalen Hurts, MVP, plus 120.
Yeah, I get it.
1971.
71.
1970-71 season.
He was a linebacker.
Yes. Super Bowl 5.
Wow.
V is 5, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Super Bowl 5.
Wow. Okay. Little trivia
Little trivia.
Yeah.
to send y'all home with.
Well, I want to send you all home with
Another pick.
just like a screw it, let's have some fun. Sky Moore plus 3,900 first touchdown.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Why not? Let's just have some fun.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Will, do you have a first touchdown scorer?
I don't.
Do you want to just throw one out? Just because?
Just have some fun.
Just have some fun?
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. Let
Okay.
me take a peek, see at my options.
Do you want? No. Oh, I guess. Here you go. This is exhilarating.
Silences.
podcast.
Quez Watkins.
Okay.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah, who's that?
I think he caught a touchdown.
Who does he play for?
The Eagles.
Oh, okay.
I think he caught a touchdown a game or two ago.
Okay.
Plus 3,400.
There you go.
There we go.
What is Devontae Smith? Sorry.
First touchdown.
Yeah.
Plus 845.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
Love it.
This is gonna be weird. It doesn't really go with any of my bets. Just something in the back of my brain. Kenneth Gainwell last touchdown. I don't know why, but something's standing out. Plus 1375.
He's gonna do cleanup crew.
I might sprinkle that.
Okay.
It's just something in my dumb brain is saying that.
I will be taking also that field goal prop.
I'm pretty excited.
I
about
love
one.
that. I love stupid props like that in
Yes.
the Super Bowl.
I usually take those on like Thursday nights anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the ball travels further at night.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
I know. I just don't utilize that information enough. I don't
Well,
know.
science.
Yeah.
Verbal meme. Jesse Pinkman. Science, bitch.
Okay. Well, that was our Super Bowl picks. That's our Super Bowl show. I am heating up on Twitter with NHL hockey bets. Past 2 days, I think I'm like 4-2 or something.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm rolling. I'm getting these are just like little like here practice. I'm treating these like practice, and I'm nailing practice. And practice makes perfect.
Practice.
Yes.
Talking about practice, man.
Practice?
We are talking about practice. But once the Super Bowl ends, ooh,
It's a game.
it's the NHL hockey season for me. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter.
I'm probably going to add more props if I'm being
Oh.
honest.
100%.
Yes, we will let y'all know if we add any more props. Yeah, follow us on Twitter. Follow us on everything. Like, comment, subscribe. It really, really helps us out.
You know what? Screw it. Kenneth Gainwell last touchdown.
Official.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's one, I've said it, and if it happens and I don't take it, I'm going to feel like a buffoon.
Okay.
And if I say it, if I take it and it doesn't happen, it's like, well, whatever.
It's all right.
Who cares?
Who cares?
We all live in a simulation anyway.
Can't take it with you.
We're all going to die anyway.
But yeah, that's the show. We're all gonna die anyway. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to add?
No.
Chris is still betting like a degenerate on college basketball every day.
Yeah.
How many
He
bets
is
do you have
swag.
today?
Today, 12.
Oh.
On a Wednesday, yeah. Yeah, Monday I did pretty well. And obviously recorded on Wednesday. Did pretty well. Went 5-1-1. Stayed up until about 11:30 to watch Arkansas Pine Bluff push in double overtime.
And who was Arkansas Pine Bluff playing?
Jackson State.
All right, well,
So that was brutal, but yeah, it's college basketball. It happens. Weird shit happens.
all right, right on. That's gonna be it. Sean, what's the promo code? Oh, massive yawn.
Big yawn.
Sorry. Sleepy.
It's Wednesday night.
I've been up so late looking up Super Bowl stats and stuff, promo code, as always, is Money3, MONEY3. When you use the code Money3 on the Action 24/7 Sportsbook, you will receive a $250 risk-free bet on your first bet. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. And that's it.
That's
We're
it.
done.
We're done for today.
The football funeral is upon us.
Yes, and we shall celebrate the life that it has given us.
Like a New Orleans funeral.
Yes. Live.
What does that mean?
Singing and dancing and
Oh, okay.
drinking in the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just New Orleans.
Yeah. There's 3 of us.
Okay. Let's make some money.
Let's make some money.
Woo!
Woo!
Ah!